Ash calendar. No one remembered the day the war officially started. History used to be measured in dates, but after the sirens, time was measured in layers of ash. The first missiles erased cities. The next erased borders. After that, no one was counting. Elias was born years later, in a world where the sky never quite decided what color it wanted to be. Sometimes it was gray, like old paper. Sometimes orange at dusk. Sometimes a sickly blue that made people uneasy. His grandmother said the sky used to be predictable. She said it used to rain water, not dust. They lived in the remains of a library. Not because they loved books. Most of the pages had long ago turned brittle or been burned for warmth, but because the walls were thick and knowledge felt safer when surrounded by its ghosts. On one intact wall, someone had painted a calendar. Not with numbers, but with symbols. A broken sun for famine, a cracked circle for sickness, a hand for births, a skull for deaths. The skulls outnumbered everything else. The war had been called limited by the people who launched it, strategic, contained. Words that survived far better than the people who spoke them. Even a smaller exchange, they later learned from a flickering radio transmission, had been enough to push the world off balance. Crops failed first, then oceans changed, then governments dissolved into arguments that echoed through empty chambers. Civilization didn't collapse all at once. It unraveled, thread by thread. Elias had never seen a city, only ruins half swallowed by sand and silence. He had never known electricity as something that stayed. Power arrived like a visitor, brief, unreliable, and always gone too soon. He had never tasted fresh fruit. He thought apples were a myth, like dragons or mercy. Still, people survived, not in great numbers, not comfortably, but stubbornly. Every year, the elders told the same story around a fire made from broken furniture and old maps. They spoke of a time when humans believed they could control destruction, that they could measure it, predict it, survive it. They spoke of buttons pressed far away by people who never heard the screams that followed. Why didn't they stop? Elias once asked. His grandmother looked at him for a long time before answering. Because the end never feels real to the ones who start it. On the day the ash finally thinned enough to reveal stars, the camp fell silent. Some cried. Others stared, afraid to believe the sky could still remember beauty. Elias marked the calendar with a new symbol, a small dot of light. It wasn't hope exactly. Hope had been burned out of the world long ago. But it was proof. Proof that even after civilization